Radical.
Mark your calendars. Get excited. We got a game museum happening. In March 2024, there's going to be a Nintendo game museum. It's going to be called the Nintendo Gallery. And this is going to excite a lot of people. A lot of people are going to lose their minds and go crazy at the thought of a game museum by Nintendo. Not just a game museum, though. This is going to talk about their history. They're probably going to have setups. Maybe they'll have some rare items from the late 1800s. A lot of people don't know that Nintendo actually started making trading cards in 1889. These were called flower cards. And I saw a picture of some of these, and pretty great stuff for 1889, So I hope that there would be a lot of exhibits there showing off those cards. I find stuff like that really interesting. I just like looking at stuff from like the 1800s and like old tech and just looking back going like, man, they had that kind of stuff back then. I find that kind of stuff fascinating. And if there's a lot of people out there that want to know about the history of Nintendo, apparently their idea, they said, is to not only showcase its product development history, but share its philosophy with the public. I don't know Nintendo has a philosophy, the philosophy of maybe overpricing their video games, possibly. A philosophy of, for some reason, just being against YouTubers in particular. The philosophy of shutting down. Well, okay, I could say a lot of things that Nintendo does, because you know what? Nintendo is a really shitty company in a lot of ways. But doesn't mean that they haven't made some amazing video games through the years. So, I have never been to one of these game museums. Maybe a lot of you have went to the one in Texas. I've seen pictures. Probably going to be like a lot of props set up. Maybe a lot of booths. Maybe like a lot of specific areas. I'm at a loss here because I've never been to one of these things. I don't have an interest to really you wouldn't be driving to this. I'd be flying to Japan to go to this game museum. But I guarantee you there's a lot of people, specifically a lot of Nintendo tubers, that are going to lose their minds over this. I guarantee you of that. Even though it's 3 years away, there's probably a lot of these YouTubers that are going to try to get in good with Nintendo and their executives to try to get themselves a ticket. I just don't know. I mean, for me, it's not really that super exciting. But I don't know, some of you might have interest in a Nintendo game museum. I just don't see the appeal. I personally don't see the appeal. Why would you want to go to a game museum? I just don't get it. And for a lot of people out there that are YouTubers that want to aspire to have their own game museum, what's the appeal? I just don't get it. Leave it in the comment section down below how you think I'm wrong about being excited about this game museum. But, I'm not flying there. And I guess it's not free to get in, so, why? Just somebody please tell me why.